Hello there guys, good evening and welcome back. You're watching DemonicBishop, that's me, Dom. You're watching the second part of my Kenshi Let's Play video game series here. And and there's a nice little flurry of decaying corpses there from the last game. Thank you for joining me again. Congratulations to you if you made it to the end of the last video. I know it was probably quite a slog. Hopefully it was something interesting. Hopefully you got something out of it. I've just come back actually from rewatching it actually, and yeah, I must say I'm fairly happy with the progress. Time will only tell once it's released onto YouTube how much you guys enjoyed it, and I also realised that I did tend to drag on the intro out to probably longer than it should have been there, so apologies for that. But as I'm sure you're aware by now, I'm not the most seasoned of YouTubers straight away at the moment, so yeah, I'll work on that. So okay then, so I'm not gonna spend as much time introducing the game this time. We already know where we are, what we're doing. Oh, there's my little Fagnragk guy, my little character that I created for this Let's Play here from yesterday, and those actually, those samurai have got pretty nice armour. Nice little graphics there. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay then, so to the order of business for today. Okay, so I'm gonna be starting from where I left off my Let's Play run through on this account yesterday. I did actually mention at the end of the previous video I'd probably take a short break. That has actually in fact turned into an entire day spent working and slogging my brains out long and hard, so yeah, just appreciate it guys. Okay, right, let's continue then. Okay, so I created my guy Fagnragk yesterday. He's the retired soldier actually. That's a retired soldier class, the name of which actually escaped me yesterday for unknown reasons. And I remember distinctly talking about the day and night cycle in this game. Now, as you can see now, even though it hasn't been actually that long, the game appears to be in nighttime mode at the moment. So, to me, that either means that my save file from before actually progressed in time, or either that, or the game actually, maybe, I don't know. This could just be pure speculation. But if any of you guys have more information than me, fill me in, feel free. But I'm beginning to wonder actually whether the game's in-game clock actually syncs with the real life scenario clock as well. So you know, similar to Pokemon Gold and Silver, perhaps, that kind of, you know, time aspect. I don't know. If you guys know, let me know, because I'm floundering here. But I mean, if that's true, then that's quite a cool mechanic, I've got to say. In game, it's currently just coming up for about 10 o'clock, and the same is true here, so you never know. But yeah. So yeah, apart from that little note there, I was just getting ready to loot these corpses. We had a little bit of a scuffle, a little bit of a tussle beforehand, and I managed to come out on top after healing myself with the first aid. So let's get right down to business. Right, so these samurai guy, I believe that these guys are possibly from the Sand Ninjas. And let's have a look. I haven't actually seen these armor types yet here before. So we've got a samurai helmet, shoddy grade, unfortunately. It's a heavy metal, right, so it's a heavy armor class. In fact, metal plate. Not a lot of these mean all that much to me at the moment, and probably mean even less to you. But I kind of like that in a way. I like the fact that we're discovering this game throughout this Let's Play series. We're discovering it together. You know, I'm not some kind of guy who just knows everything. Hey, come back! Everything about the game, and I'm just basically telling it to you. We're discovering this at the same. Oh, here we go. Right, so we've got a battle commencing now. I have a feeling that I'm going to run away from this, because even though I am the retired soldier class, so I don't have a lot of combat experience, probably can hold my own. But in fact, now I'm going to see how this pans out. But it is night time, so I'm guessing the dangers are going to be more prevalent. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got a guy, just bandit. So yeah, he's getting pretty injured by me there, and he's just gone into a giant candy ball spasm of awesome deafness. So that's one of them down. So yeah, as I was mentioning before, I distinctly recall in the previous video mentioning the aesthetic of the game. And it does actually... Ooh, I've been damaged quite heavily there. Let's just have a look there. Sorry about this. I'm going to run away actually for now. Pause the game while I continue my my speech there. So yeah, I remember talking about the aesthetic of the game. One thing I forgot to mention before is that it distinctly reminds me of not only Fallout but New Vegas actually, because some of the graphics are quite reminiscent. And not only that, obviously like all of the Fallout games, this game seems to be set in some sort of post-apocalyptic world. So I don't know precisely any real details of the backstory. I'm not sure how much has been released. I should probably check on that actually for future videos. But from the sounds of it, all I can gather is that this is I think it's either a foreign planet, possibly in our world, or it could just be a fantasy world altogether. So I'm going to assume for now actually that it's a fantasy world, because all of these made up place names are pretty cool. Not something we find in this world, so yeah, I'm going to see that for now. And also as well, I have a feeling that although there isn't actually magic implemented in the game, I have a feeling that some of the skills that are going to be added later on are probably a bit supernatural for real life tastes. So anyway, forget my rambling there. Right now, the most important thing is that Fagnragk is running his balls off from these bandits. I'm going to escape from these bandits. Looks like I'm going to be coming to a bit of a dead end actually here. Please forgive me for a moment. I'm sure this video will have a bit more direction to it once I've eliminated this threat. But yeah, the aim of this video basically, there's no sort of real direction for the series. I basically just figured I'd create a character, create an account and just play through, see what happens, give you guys a bit of a feel for the game, and we'll just see how far we get, see what happens here. And it should be fun. I'm not going to review the game as such because I don't think I have the capacity to do that yet. Not many of you know who I am. Just double check here. Right, so yeah, I'm starting to get quite damaged now actually. I think you can probably see there on the bottom left of your screen, same as before. I've got a substantial chest injury actually. I've lost some blood, and I've got some stomach and leg injuries as well. So I'm going to quickly try and see off these threats as best I can. As you can probably see, the fighting is quite a nice blend of RTS sort of strategy, pacing, ordering, similar to Dragon Age, but kind of not similar at the same time as well, really, because as you probably gathered from the actual look of the user interface and the HUD, the game also, when you're playing it, it does have a almost a massively multiplayer online role-playing game kind of feel to it as well, from the large map size and the character direction and that kind of thing. So, as I was saying before, quite a nice mix of different gameplay styles and game genres. Yes, come on, Fagnragk, give those guys a bit of a scene too. No, I'm down for the count by the looks of it. I'm being absorbed by the sand, and that is not good. Oh dear, bit of a rough and tumble. Okay, so I'm going to pause the game now. This hasn't actually happened to me all that much so far, so we're both delving into new territory here. Now I still do have the basic first aid kit from before that I looted off the bandit before. I still have 189 charges. Now that sounds like a lot, 189 uses of this first aid kit, but I haven't determined the exact specifics of how those are calculated or dosed out or dispensed, but I had minimal damage before and that took 11 charges away, so I've got a pretty good feeling that this is going to be enough to see me through now. Hopefully it will heal me and we can continue, but let's just see what happens here. Okay, so I've paused the game. Those bandits have made their escape. I have absolutely no clue where they are now, but they've pretty much left me for dead in the dirt, and what a good job they've done of it too, because my face is totally submerged and I'm surprised I can still breathe. So, going to right click on my character here, first aid. One moment. Okay, so I'll unpause the game, let the orders commence, first aid, and that doesn't seem to be working. So I'm wondering if maybe only other characters can actually commence first aid. Yeah, it looks as though I may need some other character. If I had another character in my party or squad, I'd be able to allow them to utilise the first aid kit to prevent me from bleeding out. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. It seems as though I'm going to die a slow and painful death. So let's see what happens here actually, because this hasn't happened to me before. I mean, if worst comes to the worst, if I suffer a permadeath or anything of that nature, I can always just reload the save and we'll see where we go from there. But I'm just going to speed the time up now. And if there is any simple solution that I'm missing here that could save my bacon, then point it out to me in the comments and tell me what an absolute fuckwit I am. But for now, I'm doing the best that I can with the information I have. Alright, okay. That's not what I'm after. Okay, let's go to the inventory. First aid kit. No, I can't use it that way. I'm still actually trying to determine some of the ways that I can use some of these items. First aid kit. Yeah, it looks as though I'm pretty much just resigned to my fate now. So anyway, on we go. I've put the game to maximum game speed. Ah, now this is quite an interesting development. I don't know actually if this is because I'm the main character, a player character, or if it's just some sort of stroke of luck whereby my injuries weren't quite so grave as to mortally wound me. But it looks as though my wounds have recovered enough that I actually regenerated my blood back as well. So if we think about this in real terms, let's say you've been stabbed, your wounds are just starting to heal themselves up enough that you stop losing blood. Obviously still in bad way, still in bad shape, but it looks as though Fagranagk is going to make it after all. Hooray! So now we're just going to have to wait for him to blow the sand out of his lungs. Oh dear. And yeah, we'll just have to see how we go from there. Hello there guys, we're back. I'm going to be continuing the video from here. Just a little quick note. Fraps does occasionally crash while I'm recording these videos, obviously due to the alpha state that the game's in at the moment. So if there is any technical hitches or any gaps in between episodes of the video, then you know why. There we go. So the game's loaded back in, Fraps is working properly, so we can continue with the video. Obviously I was going to explain there, if you're wondering why the character's changed position, it's because all of the ragdolls in the environment all get resetted basically once the game's loaded back up from the main menu. that's quite a nice little funny chin there. So yeah, Fagnrakk's out for the count, but he's not necessarily out of it straight away. I mean, we're just going to be mainly waiting a while for him to recover back up to full strength. Now once again, rewatch my the video that I've done so far there, and I did actually happen to notice. Oh, that's quite a nice landscape. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I happened to notice that the reason that my my blood meter did actually stop counting down was because it was due to the if you see here, there was a little counter here on the bleeding meter. So the bleeding effect from injuries from sustained during combat seems to only take effect for a certain amount of time, possibly correlating with the graveness of the injury. So, in other words, I was pretty much right, really. So yeah, the bleeding's basically been removed. So Fagnrakk's now healing himself back up, slowly but surely, on the maximum game setting. It's taken almost a day actually. Wow, it's but I suppose that's that's probably fairly realistic. I've been incapacitated and knocked unconscious by some devastating sword blows, and that did actually take me by surprise quite a lot. Actually, I wasn't expecting for him to be outnumbered so easily there. Now, hey, I can hear you shouting, crying at me. Of course you died. You didn't run away from them. They were obviously quite a threat, and yeah, that's probably true. Actually, thinking about it, the best course of action probably would have been to run away. But then, what would the fun have been in that? And that brings me on to my next point. Actually, one of my main goals with this series is just basically to have fun with it. Really, I'm gonna have fun playing. You're gonna have fun watching. And yeah, basically my approach with this, my philosophy with this series, and probably most of my videos, in future, to be honest, is just basically to make them interesting over trying to accomplish certain things in the game. Or, you know, basically if you're going to make a Let's Play, make it interesting to watch. So, no offense to anyone else out there who does these Let's Plays. But, you know, if you're going to be playing the game to try and succeed and get as far as you can in it, then don't record it. We've all seen that before. We're all trying to do that ourselves. The reason we watch videos is because they're interesting. And speaking of which, it's time to make this one interesting as well. So, another good point, actually, I can probably hear you crying, is that, yes, I realise now, actually, I did actually forget to loot the corpses. That would have probably been the easiest move. Probably wouldn't have been a good idea, actually, to loot the corpses of the samurai armor, shoddy as it was, because it probably would have protected me, and maybe would have even given my character the boost he needed to actually survive that that impact there. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, you know, it's more interesting this way, I believe. We're going to see what happens now. It's got to happen at some point, so let's see what happens. Now, actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm not sure if my character's actually going to recover any more than he already has. I'm still not on 100% blood, so I'm wondering actually whether he's alive or not. If it's the case that he is actually perma-dead, then obviously I will have to reload the account. I'm going to leave it probably a few more moments just to find out. But, because obviously it can't be too interesting watching a video where the main character is not even moving. But, anyway, okay, while we're waiting for that, I'm just going to ask you guys a quick question. Obviously this is only my second video on this account, and for this game and this Let's Play series as well. But, just let me know in the comments if you'd appreciate shorter videos, because I know these are going to be turning out to be quite long at the moment. I know they're probably quite hefty to watch, quite beefy play length. So if you'd like shorter, snappier videos, just let me know, and I can quite easily break these down into smaller segments. Totally up to you guys. And any other improvements as well, you know, don't be shy, give me a heads up. Okay, so now just for the sake of convenience now, I think I am actually going to reload my save, just because it looks as though nothing good's going to come of that. And actually, that's a good point. Actually, I did actually rewrite that save and resave over it, so let's double check, see if there's any other options I can have. Okay, I'm going to pause the video for a moment. Actually, I'll return once my character's recovered. See you guys in a moment.